so first let's look at the main deck here. Garlic bread is pretty good. So we kept the one blink of an eye. As you can see, the 4 ops were cut. We put in 2 mission spicy briefings. I really want to try these out. And I also noticed for our disinformation campaigns that I didn't feel like I had enough surveil to keep the draw going. So hopefully these will help a little bit. As for the Dream Eaters, I have no mythic wild cards right now, and I didn't think to grab some packs, so no Dream Eaters yet. We added another search for Escanta to help hopefully sculpt our draws, because it seemed like for only having 24 lands we were flooding a lot. Even though we ended up having a 7-2 record, I feel like we flooded a lot more than we needed to. And then we also added another Discovery Dispersal in hopes that we will draw a little more. The ops were okay, but I never felt like the ops were super great. And because of our mana base with the 4 Boneyards and the 1 Drowned Catacombs, I just feel like we're not always going to have that upright blue source. So we made some tweaks there. We did add an Eldritch Reborn as well. That card was pretty MVP, and against things like Controlless, getting back their Teferi, their Ral. I felt like this was worth 1 more in the main. Hopefully that won't backfire, but we're going to try the mission briefings, see how those pan out. Double blue might be bad, but if we're only using it to bring back things like kill spells, I don't think it should be too big of an issue. And we do get enough mana late game to where we could easily mission briefings for a dispersal if we have to. I'd rather not do that, but hey, it happens. Now for our sideboard, it was kind of slapped together, but we'll see here. We got 4 Duress, 2 from M19, 2 from Ixalan. Let that sink in for a little bit. Just go back and forth over the arch here. Let everybody cringe on the inside. Not matching. Not matching. We have 1 Fungal Infection, 1 Essence Scatter, 1 Negate, 1 Cast Down, 2 Golden Demise, because I really fear token strategies, even with the Ritualist that's in the main, and red has been really rough for us, so I figured the Golden Demises were a good option. 3 Thief of Sanities. When we're ripping their hand apart, he should stick forward, allow us to cast better cards. And then 2 Enamored Ego, because I really think that Nexus decks are really going to be making a comeback. And I feel like just being able to go get rid of your Nexus of Fates and most of those decks, your Teferis, feels like a good play. So we kind of made it, I guess, a little more of a control-y deck. I didn't feel like the ops necessarily made sense. They were just kind of in there to be in there. I would like to add a Dream Eater or 2 to the deck for sure. Clearly clean the mana base up. Mana base is not where I want it to be. But we're going to go with the Dimir. Depending on how quick this goes, because this is only the 2 losses, we may end up streaming another one. If we do another one, I'm thinking after this, we would do the green-black deck, just because we had such a rough showing with it yesterday. And I know that green-black is such a strong deck, but we faced some really rough matchups. Now, as I was saying earlier before I started playing with stuff and cut out, we're up to 73 followers. We actually lost some subscribers. I'll play first. This hand is not very good. We will mull. I feel much better with this hand. I like that there. So we're still on to the, if we can at least get 100 followers by the end of the month, we'll be all in on that long stream train. The subscribers, we're still in on that too. Hopefully that picks up a little bit. It seems the last couple of days we've been losing subscribers, which is fine. It's not the end of the world, but hopefully we can start bringing those numbers back up a little bit. That would be nice. We're going to discover here. Yeah, we're going to get rid of the boneyard, but we will keep the disinformation campaign. This is our very first traditional constructed event, so I'm very happy. I'm pretty excited to see how awful we do. So far it looks like this guy is just ripping the beans because he has 2 arc lights in his yard already. That doesn't bode super well for us. For now we will dump that. We will thought erasure him, see what he's sitting on in his mitt. We will get rid of the chart the course. We will put that one in the yard. For now we will pass that turn because we know he can return at least one of his arc lights. He is opting. Hopefully this goes well for us. This ran really well last night for us, but I also know getting into the traditional constructed, you're playing up against much different decks, much different players. So I'm very excited to see where this goes for us. As it is right now, it looks like at least one arc light is going to punch us in the head. We will end up blinking one of them for now. Make him waste his turn just tapping out to put one of those into play. That will go to the graveyard. We will transform this for the land. It's not looking super hot for us right now. Assuming next turn again, he's just going to play a spell, get his other arc light back. He's going to lower our life points a little bit. We will have a Doom Whisperer to hopefully body block for us a little bit. We'll see where this goes, though. I'm not feeling too bad about it right now. Still not feeling super good because our Ritual of Soot this game don't do a whole much. Well, we got a Doomy here. Hopefully here he'll body block one. Ooh. Well, this game's already off to a bad start for us. His deck definitely drew some gas there. We're just gonna play it out though, like we're fine. We know all he's got to do is attack in anyway. Yeah. Now we haven't sideboarded with this yet, so I have no clue exactly how this looks yet. Okay. I am playing the no point deck, but this time we're in a more competitive setting, so hopefully this pans out okay for us. As it is right now, it was pure 100% unadulterated Dookie. We did try to give the deck some point. That seems really slow for this match. Bring the cast down in. But he just kind of dunked all over us that game. It wasn't even really much of a game. But but that's okay. You know, you're gonna have some games where you just kind of get dunked on. We're gonna bring in the negate. Part of me wants to bring in duresses, but I just feel like they're so bad. Like, they're just not worth the space. So we brought in another kill spell. We brought in a better board wipe for this match. We still got our Vraska's Contempt. No. So we're going to cut another Eldritch Reborn and the Doom Whisperer. We're actually going to bring in our Unmoored Egos because those will get rid of his Dude Man guys. So we brought in a little more control, a little more kill spells. Hopefully this will buy us time. Yeah, I just like the arts on like all the Saga cards. I love the way they did those. We will play this. I feel like we have to touch this yet. Yeah, when I saw the Sagas, I was like, wow, man. I feel like they wasted, I don't want to say wasted, but they used a lot of really good arts, and a lot of those Sagas will just never see play. So you have really slick looking arts, and they're essentially pointless, and that kind of makes me sad. We're just going to get this thing off board. Don't want his cards to cost less mana. So right now, we're playing Kill It deck. I don't feel too bad about that game plan. That is fine. But some of those Sagas, I love the Phyrexian one too. Can you turn down your... Sure. Hopefully that's toned down enough. My stupid streaming device continually keeps dumping my settings on me and deleting my scenes and stuff. So, yeah, we've continually had to play around with all that stuff for essentially no reason. We'll get rid of Nim. We'll actually dump that. We use player.me. I know when I looked online for it, there's like little to no information on it. And even through them, like I've asked them for some assistance on things, and even they couldn't help me. They were just like, I don't know. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? Aren't you like the one working on this stuff? And they're just like, I guess. That's fine. I was using Streamlabs, but for some reason it didn't want to work with me very well. So we just decided to get rid of it. I mean, it's still on my system. I do use it sometimes. But I was having a lot of issues with the Streamlabs OBS, because that was the first one I started using. And for whatever reason, it just was no with me. I don't know why. Come on, blue source. One time, all time. I will absolutely take that right now. I love the player.me. I love some of their overlays and stuff they have. Some things are a little more simplistic, but the overall, like the interface and stuff on it is super clean, super easy. But like I said, for some reason, it just randomly will delete all my stuff. So I've been trying to turn it on a couple hours before stream just to make sure that I actually have like my stuff going. Not on a... I really can't deal with that. Play the search. What do you mean, what is an ability? He's gonna get the draw anyway. I guess it doesn't really matter. I can't say this game is done yet, but I feel like whenever this is the battlefield, you draw a card, discard a card. Whenever you surveil, you return it back to your hand. If it's that ability on there, I'm not really sure. Okay. And it happens. So we were actually talking about how some people think you should be banned in standard just because if you actually get to untap with him, he does end games pretty quickly. And as we can see here, he got to untap with him, and we are getting destroyed. I guess we're going to counter that just to try to keep him from drawing. Right now, the only card we want would be an Eldest Reborn. Oh, yeah, it does say ability on there. I see that. That's the triggering of their effects. It just kind of puts it on the stack, so I'm assuming, so newer players can kind of grasp the idea of it. I could be wrong. I never actually noticed that until you said something, and I've spent way more time on here than I needed to. Well, that game is most def done. Man, Niv Mizzet is totally a beating. Well, as we're looking at right now, at least we're going to get 3 uncommons for this, which is nice. I wonder why it's giving me the ability to continually play first. We'll try this hand. I'm assuming the more of these competitive ones we do tonight with the traditional, the more inclined we are to probably see the same decks over and over and over again. Hopefully not, but I don't care if he hits us for 1 with Slaughter Razor here. See what they have going on. Okay, so they're clearly on the mono blue deck. We'll just hit a dive down for now. Syncopate can stay on top. Okay. While he's tapped, look at the War Kite. See, in this matchup, our Ritual Insults are really good. We'll eat the 2. There's no point to fight this on our turn. Let's fight this on his turn. Okay, so we're gonna go for a cast down here. We're gonna go for the discovery here. Those can actually both sit on top of our deck for now. We're gonna pass turn. Okay. We're gonna go for a syncopate for 2 here. We're gonna hope he taps out. Or taps close to out. So we can Verasca's it next turn. Hoping he doesn't have counterspell. If he does have a counterspell, this game's probably over for us here. But we gotta try. Okay. Well. Here comes the advantage train. So this game is probably over. Try to rip a card out of his hand. Or he'll just counter it outright, that's fine. Let's go with the discovery here. We're gonna get rid of the Thought Eraser because that's not very good anymore. We'll keep the Craving on top because that'll hopefully kill something. Gain us a little life back. Okay, we're gonna try to peek at his hand first. That will resolve it. It was probably sandbagging the land. That is fine also. That has to go away. We're just gonna get rid of his Misclothed Herald here now. The only thing we are hoping for now is a Ritual and Soot. And that is pretty much, well, I guess another kill spell right now too, so we can try to stay alive. So we gotta get rid of both of these. Hope and pray. Okay, so now we definitely need Soot, and that's it. Definitely not a Submerged Burnyard. Alright, so now we go to game 2. So we're gonna bring out the Doom Whisperer here. We'll take out the Azcantas. We know we want the Essence Scatter. We definitely want the 2 Golden Demises. We're gonna take out an Eldest for a cast down. I don't feel like the Duresses here are worth it, because we have to worry more about its threats. Man, that's about all we can do for this match. Not the spiciest hand, but we have the Thought Erasure. Okay, he went to 6. He went to 5. So hopefully our Thought Erasure here will do a lot of damage. We're gonna get rid of the Spell Pierce, because if he bricks on land, we do not want that for now. If he bricks on land, we can cast down. Okay. That's actually fine. Just sorcery speed neuter it. If he does find a land, he can play his Jin, but we can exile it. We have a board wipe going on, so we're still fine there. So we're actually going to play our Eldest Reborn, will we? No, we'll wait. Because if he taps out for his Jin, we can Eldest Reborn, get it back. It's not going to do a lot for us, but that is okay. I guess we'll just eat it to keep the board clean. Okay, so we have a counter spell. We have a board wipe for the majority of his stuff. We have an Eldest Reborn. Sure, dude. Sure. So we're actually going to try to throw this Eldest Reborn here as well. We're gonna take the Jin for now just because it can body block. We will block just so he's not drawing. Okay, we will bring back the Jin again. We're gonna play the Demise. We're gonna play our Eldest because he's tapped out. We'll pass that turn. So we currently have a 1/4 beater. We will currently just swing one. We'll attempt to get our scries on here. That is fine. We'll take his other Jin. We're going to attack because we can. The Ritual of Soot in this match is pretty good. Yeah, it'll wipe our Jins, but at the same time, I don't really think we care right now. We'll just keep beating in for 2. We do have 7 or 8 islands in the deck, so it could become... Ooh, okay. We're going to hang on to the missions briefing for now. Because it's either going to be a board wipe for us, a counter spell, a kill spell. We'll now play this one. We're going to try to Discovery again. So we're going to try to hit him with a Thought Erasure, see what's in his hand. We're going to get rid of his Spell Pierce. We're going to dump the island. Okay. So we'll go to game 3. We're gonna get rid of the blink for the fungal infection, because he does have a lot of 1/1s in his deck. The blink is good. I don't think the blink is great in this matchup just because he has so many small guys. Returning a 1/1 for 4 to draw, and it's just whatever. Part of me says keep just because we have a kill spell on all the lands, so anything we can draw after that would be good. Part of me also goes his hand interacts with nothing in his hand. We'll mull it. That didn't get any better, but I really don't want to go to 5. We're going to slide that to the bottom and hope it pays off. So far as we saw, the best card in our deck is probably Eldritch Reborn. Now we gotta hope to find a land here so we can go Ritual of Soot. Depending on what he plays, that's fine. And he has a wizard now. We gotta get cards out of his hand. That says each opponent, correct? Yeah, because then it doesn't target. Play our disinformation again. Sure. Resolve. So, show me not a spell pierce. Oh, okay. So now if we can find a land, we can hit him with the Eldritch Reborn and start all the poopiness again. And that's not going to target, so he can't counter it with the Siren. Because it's in each opponent. So now if we can find another land, we can also go Mission Briefing into a Ritual of Soot and keep his board super clean. I really just want to gain life here, so we're going to eat his hand while he has no cards in hand. I'm 100% confident this game is done, because this game we actually have 4 islands out. So now the Tempest Gin will actually be a little meatier. Wait, is it basic islands? Oh, it is basic. Who makes cards that says basic? For reals? Well, I guess we're getting rid of his dive down. We're throwing... No, we will not throw that away, because then we have our lands for sure. We're not doing anything else right now. We still have the Mission Briefing. Slam our land down. Proceed to beat him down with his own Tempest Gin. I don't know what outs this deck would have. I know the mono blue sideboard is fairly narrow for what it can deal with. The good thing is we do have Syncopate in our hand. We can do the old bait and switch too. We can try to Verascus at the end of his turn. If he does have another Djinn, try to eat it. If he counters it, we can just Eldritch Reborn to get it off the board again. Okay, so his hand is not that spicy. I feel like, again, the Eldritch Reborn probably just gets us there this game. We'll legit just try to eat it. If we can just keep his board as clean as possible. We are going to discover here. We will actually just throw the thought eraser to see what he's sitting on. Well, I guess we're just getting it gone because we can. We're going to dump the basic island. Yeah, pumping up him would be nice, but at the same time, I don't feel like we need the beats. This game feels like it's pretty much locked up at this point. This Eldest Reborn here because we're a doo-doo head. Bang in for 2. I'm pretty sure this game's just over. We're just gonna take the Trickster, I guess, because it provides the most power. We're just gonna pass that turn. So we're gonna try to live the dream here. Did it negate? Nope. Okay. Well, I guess he's got it then. Not really sure why he even brought that card in. And now we just beat him for game. Okay. Well, we both mulled on game 3. So I can't say I only got that game because one of us mulled. So if we get one more win, we at least get a gold back. If we don't, we at least get some cards and half our coinage back, which is fine. We just got the other 500 from completing the challenge of the day. Oh, and something else I recently learned too. You can click on those, and you can get rid of those and try to swap them out for other challenges. It does randomly give you one. It's not like there's a list that you get to choose from, but sometimes it'll give you one that gives you more gold. We'll keep because we can control how our mana comes in. We have a counter spell. We can peek at his hand. We're gonna know right away if our hand is bad or not by the first card he plays. If I see a mountain, I'll be sad. Okay. So we'll have the swamp come in. We're gonna look at his hand. See what he's got going on in here. Very interesting. Okay. Well, the Plague Crafter doesn't do a whole bunch against us. The Settle the Wreckage doesn't do a whole bunch against us. I guess for now we'll just get rid of the Eldest Reborn. We will not keep that on top. I mean, he can gain all the life, but like, his Plague Crafter is kind of dead here. I guess his gaining life card could be huge, but I think for here we're just gonna scry and look at what we got going on, or surveil, see what we got going on. We're gonna dump the island. For now, we'll keep the mission briefing. Seeing as his hand isn't very good, Now he could be on a control deck as well, so this game might go real long here. We're going to play our disinformation campaign. I feel like the goal here is just to shred his hand. I mean, if he plays his Plegcrafter, it has to kill itself, or sack itself, so that's just whatever. The settle the wreckage here isn't big. Next turn we can mission briefing to return our disinformation campaign. Well, that's gonna sadly stick the board. And that card could actually end up killing us. We're actually going to dump both these lands. Target the Thought. Put that back into our hand. Thought Erasure him. Get rid of his Eldritch Reborn. We will leave the Blink of an Eye there, assuming he uses his Chaos Wand, if he gets the land. Because if he hits a Blink, I really don't feel bad. Okay. And now also, we're going to wait. Because if he doesn't find the land, we can put the wand back into his hand. Counter it with the Syncopate later. He could hit some juicy stuff off the top of our deck. I'm hoping he doesn't. We'll just Syncopate that. So we're not going to gain full value here, but we're just going to get rid of that Chaos Wand to get it off board. We'll pay our 2. Well, disinformation should have enough to Syncopate his Chaos Wand now. We will pass turn. He can gain his life, that's fine. Do I care if I lose my disinformation campaign? He can keep that, that is fine. And of course we rip another one. That's okay for now. We do have the mission briefing to flick the Ixalan's Binding back, but I'm more worried about... Okay, so that's actually better than his Chaos Wand. We will Dispersal here. That'll put his Ixalan's Binding back for now. I'm assuming he'll just discard his Plegcrafter. That'll force him to discard a card. We will then force him to discard the other card. That worked out really well for us. I forgot that it actually like ETBs back into play. So he can gain all the life he wants. Right now it looks like he has no way to actually beat us, which is fine. We're back on this train again. That's whatever. We're okay passing turn here. We can keep his board clean. If we hit our Doom Boy, I'll feel fine. So far he hasn't really played any creatures, so our Eldritch Reborn isn't super great. I don't really know why he wants that back in his hand, but there's not much we can do. I mean, if he wants the Wasteland like that, that's fine. We'll get rid of our disinformation because we can't play it anyway. We will throw that into our graveyard. We will transform. For now, we just passed her. Now we're going to start using our Azcanthus here to get through our deck. Hopefully find something relevant. That is most definitely fine. That's still fine. We will discard our Ritual and Soot, appearing that they don't do anything anyway. End of his turn, we will activate this. We will take our search. We're gonna Discovery. Hopefully we find our Doom Dude. Well, we'll at least take the counter spell. We'll play our search. Clearly we're never gonna flip that search, but we can keep digging every turn with our Sunken Ruin. I don't care. Let's just... He doesn't need to gain any more life, because that'll eventually let him draw cards, which is what we don't want. The Dispersal can stay. Actually, the Dispersal's really big right now for us. Library. Decline. We're going to Dispersal. That'll return his Ixalan's Binding. I don't know why he just didn't crack one of his fountains there. He has no card to discard, but we can start drawing. Okay, so he has one free turn to do as he pleases. Cleansing Nova. Bang. I'd be okay with that. Sure. Uh-oh. Okay, well we need our Doom Boy in the next like 3 to 5 cards. Because we gotta start putting pressure out there. We're gonna counter the treasure map. Come on, Doom Boy. No. Yo, dog, I heard you like draw engines. Well, we know we have some dead cards in our hand. Oh, yes. Now we're hoping here. What's up, Dane? So we're hoping here that he doesn't draw into a kill spell. Now he can scry, which is fine. We honestly just want counter spells at this point. Okay, say he's just passing. So we attack 6. Okay, we have 19 cards left in our deck. So as it is right now, we could theoretically kill him in 19 turns. We're going to stop drawing like a Goomba here. We'll discard our Thought Eraser. So we're essentially dealing 4 turn if he leaves those there. So as it is right now, yeah, that's not okay. We got to try to find a counter spell right now. Butamus. Butamus. That's gotta go. So we're just gonna ditch our, I think, our disinformation campaigns altogether at this point, because we really have to stop drawing cards. We just have to somewhat get on the beach train here. Well, seeing as how he's not dealing us damage, we will actually pay the Select and Surveil. Okay, we gotta leave him in our deck for now, because we don't want to draw ourselves out. We'll discard a disinformation. Okay. Nothing we can do about that. And in turn, we're going to do the scan to search. We're going to decline all those. Let's see if we walk into a settle the wreckage. No, he says. We'll get rid of our rituals. We probably could have disinformation there to see what he had, but I felt like we're starting to get low on cards here. Mission briefing. We're going to cast a mission briefing. Those can both sit on top. We're going to take the Sinister Sabotage. We're going to sabo that. Okay. So we're out of mission briefings. And we have one Sinister Sabotage currently left in our deck. We're going to play the Eldritch Reborn just in case he can kill our Doom Whisperer, so that we're at least a turn quicker to get it back. It's not the most erotic play in the world, but I think that's just what we have to do here. You are drawing a card, sir. We're gonna cast down it. Take our Doom Boy back. Play our land for turn, pass turn. So we have 11 cards left in deck. As it is right now, I think we got him. I'm gonna play our Eldritch Reborn preemptively again just in case. I believe we have one counter spell left in our deck. We're going to use our Escanta now. We're going to decline those. I guess we'll just bring that back to let it go away. Attack in 6 again. We're gonna play our Eldritch Reborn, just in case he has the kill spell. If he goes to exile it again, we can cast down it. We're actually just going to exile his guy to gain the life. Who cares? We still kind of have him on a two-turn timer. don't think there's anything left in our deck worthwhile. So again, play our Elder Stream Horn. Pass that turn. Wow, this has been a really long, drawn-out snooze fest. I guess it's kind of been grindy, but there hasn't been a whole lot of action going on. So we'll bring back our Doom Boy. Still on a 2-turn timer with 6 cards left in our deck. We're currently out of counter spells. We know the contents in our deck at this point are just all bad cards. That's going to resolve. We are going to cast down our Doom Boy again. We're going to bring Doom Boy back. We're going to pass that turn. No kill spell. What was left in our deck? Well, we have zero way to get rid of that. So we did all that just to lose. I can't lie, his draws were pretty good at the end there. We will just concede this one. Because we know we can't kill him. I'm pretty sure he's not going to blow his own head up. So we'll just go to game 2 here. Okay, so the Ritual and Sots were bad. Negate is good in this match. Get rid of one disinformation, and we're gonna bring in the egos just to try to nuke his stuff. I feel like we kind of need threats this game, so we're gonna pull out an Eldritch Reborn, and we'll pull out the 2 Syncopates for some Thief of Sanities. Yeah, he's got a lot of kill spells. Hopefully we can rip his hand apart, jam the Thieves, and get there. Just so if there's anyone watching who's new here, as you see up in the upper left hand corner, we got some goals going on. If we can hit 100 followers by the end of the year, we're going to have a 6-hour stream on New Year's Day. If we can hit 20 subscribers by the end of the year, we'll do a 6-hour. If we hit both, we'll do one big 12-hour stream on New Year's. It's going to kind of be broke up by hours, so 2 hours of this, 2 hours of this, 2 hours of this, up until the day would be done. So we're just going to peek at his hand right away, knowing how his deck operates now. We'll get rid of the Donna Hope. We will throw that down. Play our Swan. Play our Eggs. And I'm kind of shocked that he left in Ritualists in his deck. I mean, I guess it'll kill our Thief of Sanities, but like, game 1, the only creature we had was Doom Dude, so I'm not really sure. We'll leave that on top. What the thought process was there. We'll look at his hand again. This time we will poke out the Ixalan's Binding. We will leave the Discovery on top. We will just wait. For now, we will Discovery here. For now, we'll pass that turn. We're going to leave the Thief of Sanity in hand. I know this thing's going to flip soon until we can rip out both of his board wipes. We can have this coming upright because his deck doesn't really deal damage to us. For now, we'll pass turn. Okay, so we're going to resolve that. On stack, we're going to disperse him. Because then we'll get all shirts back for now. Clearly we're discarding our cast down. It does little to nothing here. And we ended up getting rid of the ritual out of his hand. So if we can either get a counterspell, oh, he's thinking of blowing all of his treasures right now to get rid of my search. Okay. We're on our mono black deck. We made some tweaks. This is a traditional constructed event. Yes. Right now we are currently, I want to say 1-1. We lost our first one really bad. That is fine. Right now we are 1-1. This game we are 0-1. He just allowed it to happen, huh? Interesting. We will definitely take your Cleansing Nova, my Broloni. We will definitely destroy all artifacts and enchantments. Yeah, for people who haven't seen the spoilers, the new blue-white hate bear, Lavinia, the Azorius, I think Azorius Trader is the name. For those of you who don't know, she's a 2/2 for 2. That your opponent can't cast non-creature spells with converted mana cost over the amount of lands they have in play. And then any spell that, ooh, yeah, and then any, okay, Azorius Renegade, and then any spell your opponent plays that they spent no mana on, it counters it. Oh, we get some planes, dude. And now here comes the kill spell to spite me. What? Okay. Personally, I'm a big fan of it. The Lavinia is so good. Yeah, I'm working on it. I know a lot of our debate today, our chat. That's actually mine. Come on, game. Good boy. Ripskis. We're gonna play it just so we have another land for our Escanta. Okay. But I've been very vocal today that I think the Lavina is very good. Can I still cast these? Oh, wow. For as long as they remain exiled, that is bananas. Okay, let's think about this here. So we can Dispersal to get rid of their Eldest Born and another card in their hand. Do I really care if they reset their thing? No, we know for a fact. We'll play them. Does he have another creature in here before I say yay or nay? And do I? I don't think I had a creature. No. Okay, so his Eldest Reborn can definitely go off. Kind of odd that he... Oh no, it's not that the lands that makes a dude. I believe that was the name of it. Well, come on. Okay, so it doesn't look like his deck changed a whole bunch. What's up, Seth? The good thing is, we have the negate for his stupid compass thing next turn. So I still feel like we're in fine position here. Okay, I feel like we just gotta counter that. For now, I'll just pass turn. So, Seth, what did you think of the spoilers that we've seen so far? Any you like, any you don't like? You think any of them are overhyped, underhyped? Just the right amount of hype? Seems great, you say. Okay. We were having long debates about that in one of our Facebook chat groups today. A lot of people believe she's greatly overhyped and she's really not that good. Come on, Doom Boy. Actually, we're okay with this right now. Because this will get us into a counterspell. And the counterspell will return this. So we can try to keep their hand nuked. Right now, we're not feeling too bad about this hand. This blue-black deck does a lot of nothing, but it's pretty strong. Now, a lot of people are saying that Linvala or Lavinia is greatly overhyped. I'm not going to say she's the greatest creature ever made. That's just a bold-faced lie. Do I think she's a solid card? For sure. I definitely think the Gate Colossus could be a deck. You know, I don't know about like right away, but I feel like it definitely can do something. We're gonna wait on that until we have a counter spell or some form of backup. We can let that Ixalan's Binding go. That's fine. You got it. No, I was going to, but I want to wait. I want to save the mission briefing for a counterspell, or not a yeah, for a counterspell, because right now that's not going to do us much good. Cage, he say, mission briefing. Wait, did it not pull the cages out of his deck? Huh. Well, whatever. Interesting. Sure, dude, you have your cages, I guess. Because don't we have a thief dude in here? Yeah, we do. The 2-drop white thing? I don't know if I saw the 2-drop white thing or not. Well, you might have sent it to me, but that doesn't mean I remember off the top of my head. I know the mini Bedlam Revelers seem really good. Oh, the one that makes things more expensive on their turn and your turn or whatever. You know, it seems like they're doing a really fine job at trying to make a hate bear style deck in standard, which I think is neat. I don't know. If the dude or not feels so relevant. Like, I mean, it's cool that it removes itself, but that is fine. Standard does have a lot of like exile right now, so I'm not really sure exactly how I feel about it yet. I'm not going to sit here and say, well, it's awful, because that's a bold-faced lie. But I think that with Standard having so much exile right now, it's not as strong as it probably could be. I don't know, the mini Bedlam Revelers seemed really strong. I feel like that's the hotness. We're gonna try to attack into him to find an answer right now for his Utimus. So it's binding to eat his Elder Reborn. Man. Okay, so it kind of sucks that there's no timer on here. Just because this seems really ridiculous, because this game has been going on for about 40 minutes now. And this is like a little long. I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but it's a 2-mana 2/2 or 2/1. When it comes into play, you discard a card, draw a card. Yeah, he'll send it to you. It makes it easier. Wow. So we're basically banking on the mill train here. And that turn. Okay. We really need a counter spell right here, game. Well, if he's gonna kill it, I at least want to gain some life. Yes, it's got Spectacle. it goes back into his deck. That's kind of lame. I feel like we have this game revved up. Well, Battle on Reveler does seem better, but imagine, like, having that in, let's say, mono red for standard. That card is ridiculous. Library. No. Yeah, they did change Arena a little bit, and I think it looks pretty good. I am pleased with it. It's a little cleaner. It seems to be running a little smoother too now. I haven't noticed as much potential lag or sputter that was there sometimes. You know, I'm happy with the UI change. Okay, so all we gotta do is wait for him to try to cast his what's it called, and then we just deck him out. Wow, this game is sweet. Okay, so if we let this resolve, it doesn't matter what he eats, because even if he gets back his Eldritch Reborn, he's not going to have 2 turns, so that's fine. You may eat. If nothing else, we have our Cage too, so we can just re-eat his Eldritch Reborn. It doesn't really matter. Play Doom. Now, don't get me wrong, when it comes to that card, right? Like, some of those decks can go under you, and there's nothing you can do about that. But on those games where they don't go underneath you, yeah, I think that card can be a real powerhouse. Okay, they just conceded. So we at least got our gold back, and at least 1 rare. Hold on 1 second.
Mic off. Mic on.
Yeah, I can see that. Okay. Okay. So back to...
Mic off. Mic on.
Oh, it messed up on my interlay again. Hold on, everybody. Well, we'll get back to the games in a second. As you can see, my subscriber goal is not 144 out of 100, and not supposed to be 26 or 28 out of 20. Um, we have 12 out of 20 here. If it'll let me type words in. Oh, oops. 12? 12? 12. There. Man, technology, you're supposed to be cool when you're not, man. 12. Add a 20. There we go. And then we have 73. There. There we go. Save. Again, though, with Lavinia, I'm not going to say she's the best card in the world, but I feel like the deck she goes under, she can definitely help in those matches. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, she makes those games unwinnable for him, because most of those decks play removal of some kind. But, I mean, you know, let's say you can stick her on turn 2 against a deck like maybe Storm, okay? If they don't have removal, well, they have to get the 4 lands, at least in Legacy, right? To actually try to play their Ad Nauseam Tendrils combo, or the Ad Nauseam is 5. So that's going to hurt against those decks. So now they have to kind of dirtle around until they can hit their removal, which is fine. You know, those decks can do that sometimes, but not always. I feel like in Modern, I almost want to say it's kind of bad, just due to the fact that Modern is a creature-heavy format in terms of removal. So I think that to a point, it might not be as good there as I would like it to be. Plus, it's not necessarily super needed. Like, it's good against, let's say, KCI, because they can't Mox Opal. I mean, it's okay against, like, Gut Shot for the Is It Drake's list, but I'm not necessarily super sold on the fact that it's just a solid card quite yet for Modern. Oh, of course it's not. But I think that, you know, like that card does really naughty stuff to things like Living End. For people who still play that, you can just go. I think humans will play one on the board, especially because it's a human. I almost feel like there's no reason not to. I think you might actually see people potentially trying to go to, instead of red-white DNT, maybe trying blue-white now, because you have Vendilion Click, you've got the Lavina, you have Meddling Mage. I mean, you can have a really powerful, maybe not a lock, but a very frustrating board to battle against. And you look at stuff like, you know, for Modern, like Karn, they can't Karn on turn 3 if you stick that unless they have removal. So there's all these things that it can help with. I'm not going to say it just, the game is done. It's definitely a soft lock, but I really think it helps quite a bit. Plus being able to have things like Vile in certain decks on the turns they're going to try to go off, you can flash it in. If they misread the Vile incorrectly, that could just stop their whole turn right there. Just boom, we're done here. You know, I'm not, like I said, I don't think it's great. I think it's a good card. It could have its uses. But in terms of, like, being a hard valve for a shutoff on a deck, I don't think it's like that. Yeah, I think the farther back you go into formats, potentially the better she gets. Because if you look at things like Legacy, it's mostly bold and abrupt cable removal and push. As compared to in Modern, you have your bolt, you have your push, you have your Assassin's Trophy. Like there's just more, because people are more often expecting creatures there. We will touch this because I feel like we can curve out nicely depending on what they have. Our hand's either really, really good or really mild. We might have wanted to counterspell. I like his name, Nuka Cola Co. This is the competitive, so I think it gives you like the option to check and draw and stuff. For now, we're just gonna see what they're playing. Okay, so they're just on the old green blackness. I don't really feel like their hand is the spice sauce. So for now, we'll just hit the Vraska's Contempt. We'll leave that on top. We can let them ramp into the Oblivion. Yeah, they just added the player draw thing. I think they worded it kind of funny, but I don't think it's so awful that like it's unusable. It's just, to me, their choice of wordings were weird. Well, I feel like we want to start getting through our deck here. If we can find a ritual soot, I feel like that's pretty strong. Yeah, we're only getting rid of lands out of his hand, but clearly right now he's not going to ramp into the Chupacabra, and even if he does, we can shoot it down with our moment, so that's fine. Sure, dude. Okay, we will have this coming up, right? We will opt to look at his hand, see if he's sandbagging a land or an actual card. Okay, we'll get rid of the Chicky Choop Choop. We'll actually get rid of the search for Ascanta, because right now we're really looking for a ritual. We'll put the disinformation back into our hand. We'll pass that turn. We're going to moment a craving to kill the Choopy Choop to gain the 2 back that he dealt us, or a shock land. I really don't see that as being the end of the world. Super spicy scary. That can resolve. Fine with... Are we fine with those there? No, I think here we just dump both. We try to find more answers. We know his deck probably has a scary planeswalker in it. Hopefully he keeps committing to board. He shoots himself in the foot. We'll just play the ritual here. If he decides to cast a creature, we'll Eldritch Reborn. If not, we're going to Disinformation Campaign to draw a card. Or he's just going to blow his Folly at sorcery speed, which would confuse me. I mean, that's fine. So we will actually be jamming Eldritch Reborn right now, because then he'll have to use his Memorial to Folly, or he'll just concede, and sure. Well, I have to assume he's on the green-black deck, so we will get rid of... You know, I honestly don't know if we have to necessarily get rid of much of anything here. I will get rid of the Syncopates. I feel like we bring in... I guess we'll dump the Blink too. The Blink's kind of cute game 1. And we'll cut a Disinformation, because I don't feel like we need 4 of those game 2. Normally, once you get 1 Disinformation to stick, you're normally okay with that. We know the Essence Scatter against him is fine. I guess the egos are fine, because we can get rid of things like the Fine Finality. We can get rid of the Vivian Reeds if we need to. We can get rid of Carnage Tyrants if we have to. I'm actually going to cut an Eldritch Reborn because of the mana cost on it. And I think we're going to bring in 2 Golden Demise. Might as well keep his board as clean as possible. Those also clean up the games where he has like he did last game with the Llanowar Elves and that. I feel like that's really all we need here, because for the most part we should be able to keep their board super clean. I feel like we touch his hand all day. We have removal stuff, we have the ego. The Doom Boy is just kind of whatever. So we brought in 1 Essence Scatter, 1 Negate. I feel like here he's going to get rid of our ego. If not, I'd be quite surprised. Okay. Interesting. Part of me says he made a bad choice there. But I don't know what else is in his hand. And how are you doing tonight, Tilton Crackers? I see that you commented. The reason why I didn't bring the Thieves in is just because I feel like he might have a lot of removal. I'm so very confused here. We will kill this dork now, I guess, because he didn't want to use it. We're going to play the ego here. We're going to name Carnage Tyrant. We're going to see if he actually even plays him. Okay, well, he has 1 Vraska in there. He's got a Karn in there. Okay, so he has no reads at all. But he has 2 Vraskas. His hand versus us, I guess, isn't really super impressive. I mean, he's got the Vraska's Contempt. He had 2 of them. I still feel like we're fine here. This deck doesn't have a lot of gas behind it. It really does just try to sit around in dirt and dirtle. But at the same time, you know, he's not really doing anything either. Part of me wants to slam the Whispering Doom just to get the Vraska's Contempt out of his hand, but I don't feel like we have to. If he's doing nothing, we can do nothing better. You got it, buddy. You got it, buddy. Oh, and he dumped it. Okay. Okay. Well, we're gonna play an Eldritch Reborn here. Because we have another one, so have he jams a walker, we can get rid of it. He just dumped a threat off the top of his deck, so he's gonna have to blow his Find here, and he can take his 2 guys back, that's fine. Okay. Did not expect a Rex 8. That's fair. It only had 1 card. Let's see here. dig through our deck a little bit. Okay, we're gonna dump the land. We want the Sinister Sabotage. Now we pass that turn. I couldn't play the Doom Wizard, I only had 4 mana up. So there was no playing a Doomy Boy. Okay. That is fine. That is also fine. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so now I think next turn here we're just gonna cast down. Now we'll counter him. Let's see if we can find one of our board wipes. That's fine. We'll gain some life off that. Return the disinformation back to our hand. We haven't seen a Chupacabra yet. That is not what I wanted to do. I wanted the Doom Whisper. We have to pass down to kill one of his threats. He could potentially rip a Veraska, which would make us a little sad. But if he does, he does. That will resolve. Okay, so before anything can die, we're gonna cast down his Branch Walker. That will resolve. After much debate, we will attack, because we currently have him on a 3-turn timer. We have the Veraska. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're gonna play the disinformation just to dig through our deck here. Either way, we have the Veraska mana up. We pass that turn. I'm gonna Veraska's Contempt his Midnight Reaper. If we draw a board wipe, I don't want him to gain advantage off it. Yard's not super spice. Okay, so he's gonna blow his Folly now. Okay, so he found a land. We're actually gonna surveil him. We will dump both of those. I'm gonna do it again. I want to find a board wipe here. Really, game? He has no way to ping us for 1, so we're just gonna get risky with it. Get off me. Come on. Why are you not letting me? You'll see. We're fine. Okay, what's in the bin here? Do I get greedy with it? Let me see. Alright, we're gonna get even more greedy here. Because that's just what we do. Uh-oh. Ripskis. Take this. We'll eat a street soup. We'll pass that turn. Will we pass that turn? No. We're gonna dump. We can't do that, that's fine. We'll dump this. That is fine. Oh, did I leave it there? Rip. Oh well. Nah, you gotta be a gambler, boys. You gotta look deep into yourself and go, will he scoop? And the answer is yeah. Yeah, he will. I wanted the board wipe. I figured if I had the board wipe, he blew all of his memorials. He was dead anyway. Had I swung last turn, I could have attempted to mission briefing a task Vraska's Contempt to stay alive one more turn. But instead, we'll just get the W by being risky. I feel like that's how you do it right there. Thank you, Vitamin K, for the woo and the suck it. That wasn't rough. You gotta gamble. If you just play safe all the time, you lose. Sometimes you gotta go, look, I'm playing a digital game online with no real prizes. I'm going for it. I'm going for it. And guess what happens? Oh yeah, you get them W's. We'll play first. Wow, this hand is bad. We're gonna mully this. Well, we have lands and a kill spell. That's gotta go away. You're absolutely correct there. I should have attacked first. I give you that. I will say I should have attacked first. Okay, so either this dude is on goblins. We're gonna wait to kill it. I want to see what he's on first. For now, we'll just take our 2. Well, I guess we just shoot the 2-2 now. Let him play his chain earlier. Okay, I'm feeling okay with his hand still. And the reason why I mulled is because I would have mulled regularly. I'm gonna play this game how I'm gonna play, you know? I'm a risk taker. I've never shied away from that. That's what I like to do. Sometimes you just gotta gamble and hope it pays off, and sometimes you gamble and you throw the game away and you're like, well, that's whatever. It's like the Brett Favre mentality of cardboard. Okay, I'm just gonna get the chain welder off board. If he has, I guess, the experimental frenzy, we probably just died. Maybe. Okay. It was just for the end of that turn, right? Sure. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to assume because Rekindling Phoenix is from your graveyard, if he shoots it and my token does, I'm not going to get the Rekindling Phoenix. So we will take the Chain Whirler here, just because it's like a poor man's board wipe in this situation. We'll play our land just to make sure we keep up on those lands. We have the counterspell for the Experimental Frenzy if possible. Part of me says I don't care if they kill it. I feel like there's worse cards in his deck. So okay, so now we'll at least know what's in their hand. We'll get rid of the Banefire. We'll dump the Watery Grave. Okay, so they're thinking here. I still like, we're still sitting in a mighty fine position. I don't fully know what's in his deck. He's probably going to target the Thought Eraser here. But we'll see what he picks. Okay, so we will have to sabotage that. We'll leave that on top. We'll shoot his Daredevil. Pass that turn. That's gotta go away. Keep that in our hand for now. Okay. Okay. Let's think here. If we have okay, but the problem is the only board wipes I have in the main are Ritual Soot. So I can't get rid of, well, I guess I can't get rid of the Siege Gang Commander. Well, try to find something. Okay. He's thinking if he wants to shoot me. No, the demises are only in the board. I'm not gonna scoop yet. There's no point to. I'm sure he can sack a token. Sure, he can discard a card. But if we get... There's so many kill spells we have for the Siege Gang Commander, and then we can bring it back to kill. He's gonna sack his tokens, that's fine. It's gonna make him get rid of them now. Crabs. Really? I'm not gonna lie, I had originally just one Chemister's Insight in here, and I don't know, I never felt like I really needed it. The Novas would be huge in here, I think, but right now, our mana base would be so bad. Because I have like 0 ISO chapels and things of that nature, so it does need threats. Rip, that's okay. On that stack, just easy. You can sack it to itself. That's fine. I don't disagree that I played that quite poorly. Okay, pull the Blink out. Pull the Eldest out. I don't love the Syncopates here. Pull out one Disinformation. And I feel like we bring in our Demises. How has Kuzavo been? I honestly don't know. We haven't been to there in a while. We keep trying to switch it up because we were going there every week. So we decided it's time for a change. Okay, so we have 3 cards left. I feel like Essence Scatter is good here. I don't know if I love the Duresses. That is true. I don't know if I really care about the Phoenix so much. I mean, yeah, it kind of sucks, but like getting rid of the Siege Gang is a yes for sure. trying to think if I want to bring in anything else. The first two are definitely relevant. I'm not gonna say the campaign is good, but I have my 3 still in the main. So we'll see if these changes help any. We'll be on that play. It's not our spiciest hand, but we'll try it. No, I ran out of time. Or I would have. Well, I'm not saying campaign is bad, but it just comes to the point where, like, as soon as you potentially stick one, it just kind of snowballs. I actually thought I took the blink out. Sure. But no, I want to put at least 2 Dream Eaters in here, but the current count right now is 0. We're gonna play the Doom and see what happens. This could be good, this could be bad. I mean, he could have the Banefire to kill it, he might have took him out, I don't know. Sure. Okay, so he didn't attack, that's fine. Okay, so we wait a turn. Because we can mission briefing into a Verascus attempt to get rid of 1. Brief those missions. I will dump both here because we need to start finding more gas. We'll take the Verascas. We will be Verascas. I will block this because we can kill the token with the multiple cards in our hand if he decides to actually kill our Doom Whisperer. Here we're just gonna Eldritch Reborn. Okay. Alright, have a good night, Thane. Works for me. I know as soon as this is done, I will be done with my stream. So, however long it takes for us to get that magical second loss. I'm just gonna get rid of the Legion War boss for now. Just take the damage for now. We will counter that one. We will dump the island. We will get our Doom Boy back. We're gonna play our Search to start sculpting our draws here. I'm going to be really hesitant to actually flip my Search. I'm actually just going to kick the token to get draw right now. I will discover here. We still have the mission briefing to kill the Chain Whirler. I feel like here we can use disinformation, get that last card out of his hand. I don't know what it is. He might be able to play it, but at least try to run his hand dry. That's fine. Okay. I feel like that was an okay draw versus his deck. For now, we'll take it. Throw that away. We will decline to flip that. Beautiful. We will bang in 6. Take the counter spell. We'll swing in 6. I think we got this game in the bag right now. I will let you spend 5 mana to draw. Now, we will remove the blink for a fungal. We'll take out the disinformation for a cast down. Rip out an Eldritch Reborn. Okay, so it actually did not hold any of our sideboard choices that game whatsoever. Interesting. see where that takes us. So tonight's stream will end as soon as we are done with this blue-black playthrough. We've already been going for 2.5 hours. We've only banged out 3 games, so these have been much longer games than we were anticipating for the evening. Hope you've enjoyed the slow slog that is the blue-black control deck. It is absolutely do-nothing deck. I feel like I have to keep this hand. We have tons of removal. We don't have any counter spells, but we have tons of removal. And since this deck does seem a smidge slower than regular red, I feel like we might be in a good spot. We'll see. Oh, treasure map. Might be bad for us. We'll see. I feel like this deck sculpting its draws can definitely be bad for us. I think the adding of mana is only relevant if they kept in their Banefires. If they elected not to, I don't feel too scared. We will disinformation here. Let's pluck a card out of his hand. Hopefully find a Thought Erasure. No, at least we're not drawing a land next turn. We weren't really going to do anything else anyway, so I feel like just doing something is better than doing absolutely nothing. Okay, so we're going to cast on the Phoenix. See if he throws another dude. We still have Essence Scatter mana, but we're hoping he throws something small so we can just wipe it with a Demise. He says nope. Okay. So we'll look at his hand. Yeah, he's got those scries right now. Definitely getting rid of a Siege Gang commander. The Discovery can indeed stay on top. Okay, now we're sort of in a rock and a hard place here. I think for now we'll just let him get his guy back. Because if I Golden Demise and find a land, the Demise won't kill... I don't know. I feel like right now we're just in a really tough position. No, we have to so he doesn't look at our hand. So we're looking for a Verascus Contempt right now. And that's the only thing we really want. Well, mission briefing can be okay. Let's pluck another card out of his hand. I mean, yeah, he's got the scries, but if he uses the one treasure map, it's gonna flip on him. We don't really care if he has the mana right now. I mean, yeah, he can jam down his Siege Gang, which is fine. We're still on quite a turn timer. I don't know if he still has the Banefires in there. We didn't see him last game. So he's going to sneak a 2 free in here, which is fine. He does have a good draw engine. I mean, dang. Well, I feel like this play just got a little easier for us. We're going to mission briefing into the cast down, kill the rekindling phoenix. Next turn, windmill slam down the ritual of soot and see where that gets us. I mean, the thing that sucks is right now is he essentially has 5 cards that he can net. Clearly we're taking our 1 here. The Ritual of Soot helps to be a big blowout. So we kind of wasted a kill of a Phoenix earlier. But this deck is very hard for us to 1-for-1, which is fine. This deck's actually pretty sweet. Oh man, a Banefire on the minions. Well, I don't feel too bad going out that way. We got our coins back, which is great. We're gonna get some rando cards, which I guess is nice. We know at least ones are rare. Ooh, we got a mythic too. Ew. What is that? Oh, yeah, that card ain't gonna fly for me. So go over the deck one more time in case someone out there wants to board their opponent into a giant slumber. Got a Blink of an Eye, 2 Mission Briefing, 2 Search for Descanta, 2 Cast Down, 2 Moment of Craving, 4 Discovery Dispersal, 4 Thought Eraser, 3 Sinister Sabotage, 4 Disinformation Campaign, 2 Ritual of Soot, 3 Vraska's Contempt, 1 Doomy Boy, 4 The Eldest Reborn, 2 Syncopate, and then the lands are supposed to be 8 Islands, 8 Swamps, 4 Drowned Catacombs, and 4 Watery Graves. Ignore the Boneyards. And then for our board, we got 4 Duress, 1 Fungal Infection, 1 Essence Scatter, 1 Negate, 1 Cast Down, 2 Golden Demise, 3 Thief of Sanity, 2 Unmoored Ego. I highly recommend this deck for an FNM. As you saw right now, my stream is showing me 2 hours and 33 minutes. I started my stream 7 minutes before I started, so roughly to play 5 games took us about 2 hours. The last game was pretty short. We had some extra long matches in there. I maybe would add some... I would probably cut the 2 Syncopates and put in 2 Dream Eaters. But I think that this deck has some potential. It needs some tweaking. This will probably be a mainstay deck on the channel. It's running better for us than our Boros deck did. The Boros deck still needs way too much stuff for the time being. I think that the positives to this deck are it has a lot of strong plays. It's very good at keeping your opponent's hand in check. The treasure map flipped kind of got out of hand on us that last game, but that's whatever. I think that for the sideboard, I would potentially move the Golden Demises to the main. Just keep their board as clean as possible. and then bring in 1 or 2 more fungal infections into the board. Being able to keep mana dorks in check, explore decks more in check. I would maybe up the negate counter 1 more, just because sometimes it got out of hand. The thieves were good. I prefer them out of the board. I don't think I would main those. The egos were good. I don't feel like those were dead at all in any match, which was good. So that was the list. I hope you enjoyed tonight's event. We didn't go quite as long as I wanted to, but I did promise some buddies we'd play some Overwatch tonight. So I'm going to be doing that.